Welcome everyone to Kiss Meets the Podcast, Episode 8. I'm one of your three co-hosts, Eli Clausen.
And I'm Brent.
And I'm Chad.
Brent's a little under the weather this week. But this week's episode, we're going to discuss Kiss Meets the Phantom of the Park. Obviously kind of the namesake of this whole podcast is what we base it off of. And, we kind of touched on it here and there in past episodes, but we wanted to really focus on it and talk about it, thoroughly and go from there. Nothing really going on much in the Kiss world right now, other than the announcement of the European tour for next year. And then as far as Ace, what do you guys think about that?
Well, if you remember the one interview they did with the announcing the farewell tour, they were all sitting there in makeup, and Ace obviously was under the weather and had a cold, and he didn't say much through the whole interview. They got him to say a few things, but you could tell he was sort of clogged up a little bit. So I'll be Ace.
So what I'm referring to, just the other day, Ace appeared on Eddie Trunk's radio show, and he ended up discussing, the rumors that's been going around about Ace is going to rejoin Kiss in 2017 and everything. And, people swore up and down that it was a done deal. Basically, he just laid it to rest. He said, I've never received a phone call. He said, I'm interested in it. I'm waiting for a phone call if it does happen. But he said, as right now, no plans at all. He's happy doing his thing right now. He did mention a little bit what it was like working with Paul again back, for his latest record, and they shot that music video. He said it kind of felt like they never stopped working together. He said it kind of felt like the same chemistry, and he had told a little story about when they were shooting the video, and Ace was getting ready to shoot parts with the smoking guitar and all that stuff. So he told Paul, he's like, we're getting ready to shoot some of this stuff. If you want to go ahead and take off, go ahead. And Paul's like, no, I think I'll stick around. And, he ended up hanging out. It was kind of like the old times from what Ace said. And, he ended up shooting a little more that they put in the video too. So I thought that was kind of cool hearing, some of that stuff from Ace himself. And, you getting away from some of the rumors sometimes, and it's always good to hear it straight from the horse's mouth or the Ace's mouth.
I don't know. I mean, it would be cool to see Ace on tour with him again. Maybe doing a few songs, not doing the whole set. I don't know.
Right.
I'm a big Ace fan, huge Ace fan. That's one of my favorites. But
I think that Ace should sing Beth.
You know what to say to that.
Peter or Eric, whoever it is, sing "Shock Me" or
yeah.
Maybe Ace could play drums too.
Sure. Yeah.
I mean, I'm right there with you. If Ace were to come back, I would absolutely love it, especially if it was, the end of the band and one last hurrah. But I really don't think I'd want to see Peter back either way.
Yeah.
His playing days are pretty much behind him. Total 100% respect for everything he did with the band over the years. He laid a lot of the groundwork. He inspired so many of the drummers that are around today and that sat and, learned those drum solos off Alive 1 and 2. But ever since even as far back as the reunion tour, I just noticed his playing was so different. It always is kind of it left me wanting more every time I'd hear them playing. From back then, he was just playing too tight and just kind of slowed down and everything. He slowed the songs down compared to the way they are now with Eric on drums. But Ace, yes. Peter, no.
Yeah, I would agree with you. Like I said, I don't know if I see Ace playing the full set, but it'd be cool for him to come out and do a few songs.
Right.
Kind of like we talked about last week on the set list. I think it'd be cool to see the original four maybe doing a song or two together, maybe one or two songs even with Peter, maybe. But I just don't see a full-on tour with Ace, and it would be kind of weird to have Ace and not Peter in the band, if you're going to do a reunion kind of thing. But I think Tommy's doing a great job right now, him and Eric. So
he really is.
I actually thought that when Vinnie Vincent joined Kiss that it was Ace wearing different makeup. I seriously thought that because he's got the same facial features.
Yeah.
Well, that's true. So, I think Vinny's a lot shorter, though.
Aside from that, yes.
Yeah.
I mean, I agree. Eric and Tommy have breathed a whole new life into the band, and they are playing better than they have in years, and they're really driving them to pull out some of those deep cuts, and I like what they're doing. But if they were to do it, the style like you were saying, where maybe they just come out for a few songs here, a few songs there, I could probably stomach Peter if he did just come out and do one or two, but not a whole set.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to pay for that. And it took me a long time to get used to Eric and Tommy. I wasn't a fan at first. I was just like, I was a big fan of the early Kiss and even the 80s Kiss, with Bruce and stuff. But I was just like, wasn't feeling it. But as time has gone on, and I've realized what good players they are and what they brought to Kiss, and I think that they've really kept them relevant. I mean, I really do. And I think that, and at this point, why mess it up? I mean, you've got a great thing going. I know the fans like to see the original four, but to be honest with you, the new guys in Kiss are not really not new. The newer people, I mean, they're rocking hard on it. I think I'm a big supporter now. It took me a while to be a supporter of them because but I think they're doing fine. I mean,
and I think when they do finally decide to end the band, I think that is the right thing to do. Is pretty much bring the guys out. Bruce Kulick. I know Vinnie Vincent. You might as well forget about that. He's not going to be a part of that. And then obviously Eric Carr and Mark St. John, but I know they would, do some kind of tribute to them during the show. But I think that'd be awesome to bring out Bruce and Ace and Peter, and hell, bring out Bob Kulick too. I mean, why not?
Exactly.
I mean, he's played on a lot of great tracks. I mean, you could probably even go farther and say Anton Fig and all that too. I mean,
that would be really cool. A really cool tour to see a lot of those guys. So
bring them all out. That they all had parts of the songs. So.
And I think that's something that a lot of people, we were discussing before we came on here. There was so many people behind the scenes playing the drums, guitar, that kind of stuff, filling in for Ace and Peter back in the day anyway, that if you didn't know, it's kind of funny, the amount of songs that other people did, that you didn't know, that you just assumed it was Kiss, or you assumed it was Ace and Peter. Really wasn't. And so
I mean, like we were just discussing about Killers, those the 4 tracks on there, and I just realized by looking on Wikipedia that it was actually Bob Kulick that played lead on all 4 of those. I didn't know that till now. I only thought he played on those songs on Alive too. I mean,
right.
Does that make me less of a Kiss fan because I didn't know that? Maybe, but no, I don't think it does. But it's just things like that pop up, and you don't really think about at the time, and it's like, wow.
Like Ace on the cover of Creatures of the Night.
Right.
Yeah.
And one of the biggest ones, next to Alive, has got to be Psycho Circus. I mean, the first album from the 4 original members of Kiss, and what was it, like 25 years at the time, or something like that?
Something like that, yeah.
And come to find out, so many years later that it really wasn't, that all 4 of them only played on like one song together. And I don't know, it's just, I guess part of me is like, when I do hear that stuff today, I still try to picture that it really is all 4 of the guys playing on there, even though in the back of your mind it's not. But
it wasn't that said, it might have been Paul said, he said, we don't all live together in a house like the Monkees.
Yeah. It's kind of like we show up when it's time to do the Kiss thing, and when it's not the Kiss thing, they're all doing their own separate thing and living their own lives.
They're the unkiss.
Right. Now, back in the day when they were struggling, I'm sure they were all, held up in the same apartment together and stuff like that.
Turkey sandwiches on Thanksgiving.
Using Bill Cohen's credit card, to get food and clothes and all that stuff.
Drinking cold gin to stay warm.
you go.
Yeah. But it is interesting now with all the technology we have and all the access to information, the stuff that wasn't actually on the records, as far as who played some of the songs, we now have access and do know
Right.
kind of the truth in a sense. I mean, I don't know if they're really lying to us or hiding it from us or whatever the deal was. And I mean, that's their business, but it's just kind of interesting to see now all the players have played on these records. I mean, you think they are Ace playing guitar, and it really wasn't, you know.
Yeah, I think some of that stuff was contractual to where they wasn't allowed to say what was really going on, because and it might have been Bill Aucoin or whoever was in charge of that saying, okay, well, we can't let the fans know what's going on because you've already lost one member, and like with the Ace on Creatures of the Night, you know, we can't just let this happen because you're already, you know, they were in a bad state as far as record sales, which wasn't because Peter left. It just was probably because of the music they were doing.
Yeah, I mean, I agree that that's probably part of the reason, but I also think, too, is they were just kind of pulling the wool over a lot of people's heads at the time because they could get away with it. But nowadays, with the internet and everything, social media, there's no way they could get away with that kind of stuff. So that's why they don't keep as much hidden. I'm sure there is still some stuff here and there that, you know, kind of gets hidden, but for the most part, you know, you just can't anymore. All right, so what, should we get into Phantom? Start discussing that?
We should start talking about it.
Yeah, Kiss meets Phantom. What was it, 1978?
Not Attack of the Phantoms.
Yes, not that one. So, again, some of this stuff we may have discussed on past episodes, but I want to kind of rehash some of it, especially in case we have some first-time listeners that are hearing this episode. So, did you guys watch the original airing of the movie on, what was it, CBS or ABC?
I
want to say CBS, but I'm not sure.
Well, being that I was only 2 years old when it came out, no, I did not watch it. But I guess, you know, we can all kind of share our first stories. And go ahead, and if anybody who wants to share, and I've already told my story before, but I'll tell again about the first time I saw the movie. So,
I guess I'll go. Obviously, I wasn't even born at the time yet, so I do remember my dad had recorded the movie straight off TV, and you know, I still have that tape to this day. It's, you know, complete with the commercials and all that stuff. And unfortunately, after all these years, though, it doesn't really play, and the tracking's horrible. I've tried to, you know, save that version onto the computer, you know, for that sake of the commercials and whatnot. But I mean, used to watch that all the time. I mean, of course, I would always get impatient and, you know, couldn't wait for Kiss to get on the screen, and, you know, watching the concert footage. And I just now remembered I even had a cassette tape with the audio from the movie recorded onto the cassette tape, and I'd sit and listen to that a lot. And just, I mean, I was obsessed with it, you know. And I know, you know, the band hated the movie, but it is what it is. I mean, it became a cult classic, especially among Kiss fans. I mean, it's fun to watch. It never gets old. You know, yeah, we've had other Kiss movies since then that, you know, may have been better, but still Phantom to me has, you know, that special place. And, you know, it's
just the time that it was made. I mean, the time it was made and what was going on at that time. That makes it, you know.
And, you know, I know there was friction among the band, as everyone knows, but I like to think that was right at the prime of Kiss, too. I mean, that Love Gun era. And, you know, again, I've said it before, that's my favorite as far as the costumes and all that stuff. So that might be another reason that, you know, I love it so much, is that's what they're wearing and that's the performance and everything. But I felt like that was one of the last times you saw Kiss as all four as a unison before things really got bad, and, you know, Peter ended up leaving and all that stuff. And it was kind of nice seeing that. Let's see. as far as like some of the actors, Anthony Zerbe that played Abner Devereaux, he is still alive and well. And, he's one of the people that's on my list that I would love to meet one of these days. I just thought that character was so cool, and it's kind of funny and kind of cheesy at times, but that's what made it fun, and one of my favorites of all time. So I'll stop and let somebody else go now.
I guess I'll go. That's one thing about the movie. I don't think it was ever intended to be a serious movie. I mean, honestly, if you look at it, it's hard to take it serious in a sense. But I remember I was really young. I don't remember exactly how old I was. We have here in Texas, it was Channel 11, and it came on one night, and I recorded. I had the tape somewhere in my collection of VHS tapes with the commercials and everything, which is kind of cool. I don't know. The first time I saw it, it blew my mind. It was just a cool movie. I mean, you see Kiss, and it's almost like they're superheroes, and I don't know. I've always enjoyed it, and to this day, I probably watch it still once a month at least, if not more. Like I said, I don't think it was intended to be serious, and so I think if you're looking for a serious movie, this is definitely not it. But like I said, the whole thing is just cool. I don't know. I think it's a good, neat movie. It's kind of got a little bit of everything in there. The characters are kind of cheesy, the biker guys and girl and everything. It's just, but like I said, it's a cool movie. It is what it is. So
the whole.
And again, I like to meet Devereaux also. I think that'd be kind of cool because I like the character he played. So
the whole House of Horrors thing, I always dug that. I thought that was
that's awesome.
Like I always wanted to go to that. Every time I watch the movie, it's like, it looks like it'd have been so cool, man.
And the live footage, I don't know. I think it's the opening of when they're playing. And they got the lasers and they're all coming down, and an explosion, and then they start playing. I don't know. That just always.
Yeah.
I always thought that was what a Kiss concert was like. Obviously, it's somewhat like that, but not exactly. But it was a pretty young kid that was really mind blowing back in the early '80s. So.
And of course, Evil Kiss and.
Oh yeah.
Rip and Destroy. That was always awesome, and just everything.
And you can clearly tell the Ace character was not really Ace. You could just tell the facial features. It was so bad. Brandon, any comment on that?
Oh. I like the movie. It's got Kiss in it.
It does. Did you like Good Kiss or Bad Kiss?
Gene sticks his tongue out, but he doesn't drool blood in this movie.
So did you see it when it originally aired? Then?
Well, it was on a late night Saturday movie or something. If you look up on YouTube, it shows that little clip. So I don't know if it was in '78 when I seen it, or if it was later as they were showing it as another. I don't know how many times it was shown. But I have a tape too of the original one that I recorded with commercials and stuff somewhere, if I ever dig that out.
Yeah, I've got a box of cool Kiss figures and old VHS tapes and stuff all boxed up, put away. But one of these days I'll dig it out and we'll have show and tell in here.
Armageddon is a lame act.
I'm looking here. I've got the Phantom magazine. There was some dialogue in here that was printed in this magazine that was actually cut out of the movie, and I always thought that was interesting. I'm trying to find where that was at in here.
Was it Ace and Peter's dialogue?
More than likely.
Because Ace had a lot of good lines in the movie, the original movie, that wasn't in Attack of the Phantoms. They cut a bunch of that out.
I agree.
Well, if you watch it on YouTube, I posted a video on my page a while back that it's all their dialogue into one video, and it's like 5 minutes of actual Kiss talking. It's pretty funny. It's a lot of one-liners, not a whole lot of full paragraph or anything.
That crazy Kiss.
So my question is, do the actors playing the bad Kiss, do they get to keep their costumes?
That's a good question. And who were those actors, and where are they at today?
Exactly. Maybe we'll try to find who they are. They'll be on the podcast coming up, maybe.
Yeah. Let's do that.
That would be an awesome one. These are the actors who played Bad Kiss. I also like to have those talismans they had in the movie. That was kind of cool in the little box that glowed. That was kind of cool.
Yeah, why didn't Kiss make replicas of those to sell?
Exactly. I would have totally bought one.
The Talisman, yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, I just found that dialogue, and it's actually in that Talisman scene, so perfect timing.
Oh, okay. What do you got?
You guys know the part where basically it goes, without them, we have no powers. We're just ordinary human beings, which you hear in our intro to the show. Well, there was all this dialogue before it. Ace says, our lives haven't been the same since we got them. Gene says, from an ancient, white-bearded blind man. Peter says, the demon speaks with a straight tongue. Paul says, for a change. Ace says, yeah, we just wound up a session at our studio and decided to rack up a little pinball near my place in Brooklyn. Peter says, then outside the arcade, this old dude suddenly zaps in from out of nowhere, moving fast. Paul throws us the box and keeps going. All he said was, Gene, heads up, flaming youth, hither cometh thy destiny. And then Peter, we're still not sure what he meant exactly, but the talisman are real. And then Ace says, that's for sure, Curly. And then right after that's when Peter says, without them, we're just ordinary human beings.
Wow. They cut out a ton.
Yeah, I thought.
Yeah, that's quite a bit. That would have been really cool to have that in there.
Yeah, I mean, kind of cool that,
That sort of gives a backstory to that.
Yeah.
Right.
And I'm thinking this magazine was printed before the movie actually came out, since they left that in the magazine. Actually, now that I think about it, so I have a copy of the script here. Not, real or anything, but a copy. I'm going to have to look in here and see if it has it in here, too. If it got
Where did you find the magazine at that you have there?
This, I think, was at, I want to say I found this at the expo. One of the expos.
I thought you got that at Gene's house.
Hey, if anybody out there has one of those wants to get rid of it, I want a copy. Just shout out anybody.
Yeah, Gene. Gene has one.
Yeah, but he probably wants too much money for it. I don't have that kind of money.
Yeah.
I'll trade for some Kiss stickers or something.
Yeah.
I didn't look that up. I didn't find one. That's really cool. It was great with the movie.
What's that humming sound? Beethoven's Fifth.
Yeah, they cut that out of Attack of the Phantom.
Oh, they did, didn't they?
Yeah.
That cut of that is horrible.
Well, I think what they need to do is put a deluxe DVD or Blu-ray out of the movie. There's got to be extra stuff in it that didn't, make the movie.
Like we were saying the other day, the soundtrack on vinyl.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
First disc could be the actual music soundtrack, and then the second one could be like, I don't know, the Kiss music or whatever.
Yeah, because a lot of that, I don't know, like what to call the music that's in there. A lot of that background and stuff that's in there, and I don't know if some of it was done by Kiss or not. But it's like I always wanted that to be released. Like I like a lot of that stuff. And,
action music.
Yeah, and especially the one that's it's when God damn it,
Samurai,
Chopper, Slime.
Oh yeah.
When they're in the House of Horrors, and I think it's down to when it's just the girl and she's kind of wandering through, and you hear that little like kind of drum beat thing going on. Like I've always loved that, and it's like I always wanted that, like that song or whatever it is. It's like I wish they would release that stuff.
So what they need to really do then is release all that on vinyl, and then accompanying that a Blu-ray with the original movie, and then another disc or two of all the outtakes, miscellaneous stuff. Because like I said, there's outtakes and miscellaneous stuff that didn't make the cut, obviously. So maybe some interviews with, because there was probably some interviews with the the Kiss and stuff back at that time when they were filming and whatever. It would just be, it wouldn't be for everybody. But for a lot of us who really collect this stuff and really want that stuff, because like I said, all I have right now is just the VHS copy, and then I have the other edition that's on the the Kissology box set.
The evil edition.
Yeah, So,
looking at the script here, all that cutout stuff is in the script on this.
okay. So I guess it was just edited out of the movie then.
That's crazy. So there's got to be deleted scenes of that. And
It'd be interesting to see what else has been cut out of it. Excuse me. See, you know, that was a little bit right there, but just imagine out of the entire script, the real movie, what was cut out or what scene was cut out or edited. And
yeah, I'm going to like do like homework one night and sit and watch the movie and just read along on the script and see if there was any other things that got cut out.
And, you know, I'm sure there may be stuff on YouTube. I don't know. I'll have to research on YouTube and see if there's some video footage or anything that was not released. Well-known release, so we can kind of research that.
This thing here, it's like fade in, exterior, New York City street, night. A CU of 2 feet in trousers, close-up, of 2 feet in trousers, ankle length belonging to an old man. In front of his worn shoes is the bottom half of a blind man's stick. Tapping, guiding the feet down a deserted street toward camera. This scene and the following are cartoon stills, only highly stylized, photographed in quick cuts and close-ups and medium shots, giving a sensation of motion. Underneath, we hear a low humming, ominous note of a deep bass guitar getting louder. That's kind of interesting. Like, I guess
It is.
Like, I guess these are like alternate, beginning scenes or something, or so there's all kinds of. I guess actually this might be sort of the backstory from what they were talking about the Talisman, the way it sounds with this old man, and this is crazy. It's really crazy. Actually, I'm going to sit and read all this.
Yeah, I'm going to have to pull it up online and get a copy for myself. I was trying to see who actually directed this movie. Does it say on the script, like the director?
It says Kissimmee Spain by Jan Michael Sherman and Don Bude. I don't know if those.
This is directed by Gordon Hessler.
It says final draft 3/16/78, but then on the script itself it says revised 4/17/78. It's crazy though. This whole like opening, I guess this would be like an opening scene. It's just crazy. Like it brings it from what little bits I'm reading it. It almost gives the movie a whole different feel, like more of a comic book or something.
Interesting. Like, so I'll have to pull that up online and read through it. Then that sounds like there's a different opening scene.
Huh. Pretty cool.
And how long have you had that? You never read it?
God, it's probably been close to a year now.
Oh, okay.
It came with this. I found it on eBay. It came with that.
Oh, cool.
But yeah, I haven't actually sat and read through it. I figured it was just the script of how it is in the movie, basically.
Wasn't the theme park that was filmed there? That's a real theme park, though, isn't it? Am I correct on that?
Yeah, Magic Mountain, wasn't it?
I thought that was a legit theme park. That was just.
Was it Magic? Yeah, it was Magic Mountain, right? Or Six Flags, Magic Mountain.
I think it was Magic Mountain.
And there has to be the full performance.
Oh, this is a cool scene.
That's what we need to do. We need to like have the movie playing and all three of us talking like Mystery Science Theater over it.
Right.
Oh, that would be awesome.
That would be cool.
I actually like the part of the movie when they're fighting the samurais. They line up and they come out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I figured out why, Eli, you like the studio version of Rock and Roll Night.
Why is that?
Because that's the intro to Kissimmee Spain of the Park.
I think that was one reason too, because I always love that intro, and
Oh, I did too.
I mean, look at
like when they're riding around those little like roller coaster thing at the beginning, and then
I mean, look at Gene there. I mean, it's freaking awesome, and when he's all huge and those girls are walking by, and that right
that's
there
the part I
with
like
Peter.
where Peter's playing the imaginary drums.
Yeah. And then the end of it where they're all walking across that like fountain thing. I mean,
oh yeah, that's right.
That probably is one reason I like that version so much, because it fits that so perfect right there. I like that better than the original promo clip that they shot for Rock and Roll All Night. I mean,
Kiss Exposed.
No,
you're talking the original one.
Yeah, the one they shot for Dress to Kill. Well, yeah, for that matter, I like it better than that one they did in the 80s too, where it's just a montage. Well, I mean, that intro in itself is just like perfect, like, and then Gene wearing that cape, like we've never.
Yeah, that.
When have you ever seen him wearing that outside of the movie? Some pictures, but there it is.
Oh, there you go. Ladies from the 70s. Actually, what we need to do is all get a script and we'll just play the movie and we'll just talk for them.
Yeah, there you go. They all lose their heads over you, Demon.
I need to get a copy of that magazine. That magazine looks really cool.
It is. It's got some killer pictures, and
he's gonna copy it and send it to us.
Oh, awesome! I want color copies.
It's weird, but this picture here, I'm pretty sure that's the stunt double. But
Tommy Thayer. That's Tommy Thayer.
I swear to God, that's what I was about to say. It looks like Tommy Thayer in that picture.
It does.
It doesn't look like Ace in that picture at all.
And it's funny you bring that up because Tommy Thayer's been in the band for so long.
Yeah.
When he plays a song and then I hear Ace play it, I get those two. It's almost like that. Okay, I mean, I know which one's which, but it's like I hear Tommy playing Ace's songs,
right?
And Ace, it's just like an interchangeable thing. And I don't know when that exactly happened, but I noticed it a lot recently.
Thing about this, though, in a way, Ace was playing some Tommy songs because of Psycho Circus. It's a lot of those songs,
right?
So
it's true.
That's kind of if you think about that.
Think about that. That's Ace holding Tommy's head.
We were talking about earlier, but I like that scene where they're all sitting by the pool. That's pretty funny scene.
Wonder what happened to those robes, if they still have them in the warehouse somewhere.
I know one of them got auctioned off recently.
Really?
Uh-huh.
Are those chainmail? They almost look like chainmail robes.
Yeah.
I think they were more of a... I'm not sure what the word is, but... some sort of, like...
Oh, okay, yeah. It's not necessarily chainy, but...
So, it's funny because it's misleading. Kissimmee It's a Phantom of the Park.
Very true. Very true.
Technically, it was the Evil Kiss. There wasn't really a Phantom like Scooby-Doo cartoons has a Phantom.
Yeah.
Right.
Well,
or I mean, even Devereaux.
I was thinking that he was turning the bad Kiss against the good Kiss, like is that kind of behind the scenes.
But
it should have been like Kiss meets Kiss.
Yeah.
The park.
I mean, I still don't consider Devereaux a Phantom either, but
no,
it was, I don't know.
I just wonder who came up with that title.
Good question.
It might have been, well, I don't know, Hanna-Barbera is the one that it was done for.
Yeah, I was doing that in the back here, so.
Wasn't that Hanna-Barbera?
Oh, yeah.
And there's
that was actually pretty good. That one that was out, what was it, a year or two ago? I got that on Blu-ray. The Scooby-Doo
really
Kiss.
Really good.
That. It's really cool.
Really good. Really good.
Yeah.
I'll be back.
Don't rub your nose
Okay.
too hard or fast. Something might shoot out of it.
Yeah.
Right.
And don't be too loud because you wake up Cat if she's asleep.
Right. That too.
And the
Yeah.
other cats.
Yeah, another cat.
Here, this is how I'm going to do it from now.
Brandon really needs to get some shelves back there. All those records on the floor.
I'm just going to show up at his house one day and start organizing. He's never going to call me to do
Oh my god, that'd be such a huge project.
it. I would do it.
Oh, it'd be fun. I'd enjoy doing it too.
I'd probably end up just sitting there petting his cats while he does it. Yeah, I agree. I'd like to get a better video camera at some point too.
Is that for you or the cat?
For the cat.
All right, so it's trivia time, and this time I'm going to ask the questions this week. Give Chad and Branton a go at it.
Rip and destroy. You know the hour's getting late.
You guys
All
ready?
right. We're ready.
We are.
All right. In what magazine did Gene Simmons interview Peter Criss?
People.
No.
Knight Rider.
No.
Circus.
Mm-mm.
Charisma.
No.
Time.
No.
Kerrang.
No.
Hit parader.
Home
Nope.
and Garden.
No.
Cat's Meow.
Playboy.
No.
Oh, okay.
Cat
Because they
Fan.
were in Playboy several times. Kiss was. They did
Mhm.
interviews.
Yeah, they pose naked.
Hustler.
No.
Beaver Hunt. Club International.
Penthouse.
I can't believe you guys haven't said it by now.
Velvet.
Holy crap! I've listed every magazine. Metal Edge.
Metal Maniacs. Rip.
Let me ask it again. What magazine did Gene Simmons interview Peter Criss?
Tongue.
That's right.
Oh, what are you thinking? Dang it! I was thinking like in the 70s, a magazine.
That's what I was thinking at first.
All right, Brandon, you got the point. Damn you.
Damn it.
Damn.
Question 2.
All right.
Name the 3 videos made to promote Asylum.
Tears are falling all night. Who wants to be lonely?
Yep.
Okay. I think we've had that question before.
Let's see.
Damn it. Jean-Claude Van Damme. Rick Derringer.
That's right. Ding, ding, ding.
Dang!
All right, so these next 5 questions are going to be about one song.
Radioactive.
That's right. No. All right. Who produced the first Kiss album?
Eddie Kramer.
No.
No?
Nope.
Oh, that other guy.
Yep.
Bob Ezrin.
No.
Eddie Van Halen.
No.
Bob Kulick.
No. It's 2 guys.
Paul and Gene.
Uh-uh.
Amos and Andy.
Uh-uh. I'm about to start putting buzzer noises in here too.
Tom and Jerry.
Tom and Jerry.
Now, if you had said Ben and Jerry, there you go. No.
Oh, okay.
Oh. Jerry Garcia.
Nothing?
Okay, hold on. Let me think. Okay, it's 2 guys that produced the very first album.
Uh-huh.
I should know this, but I don't. Pokemon and Pikachu.
I don't know. You guys can give it to me. It's been a while since I've looked at that.
Kenny Kerner and Richie Wise.
Nobody got it.
Okay. half of this is probably going to be easy, but maybe the other part won't be. So, name 2 artists besides Kiss that recorded "Hide Your Heart."
Ace Frehley.
And
Lita Ford.
mm-mm.
No, it was
Doro.
No.
Dio.
No.
Great
Devo.
White.
No.
Quite right.
Goro. No.
Deftones.
No.
The Dictators.
Warlock.
No.
Adamant.
No.
Okay, let's ask you this: is it like, was it from the 70s or 80s, or what
So-
era they recorded?
70s.
Huh? Okay.
No.
Huey
Blue
Lewis
Oyster.
News.
Actually, it was 80s.
Huey Lewis.
No.
Pat Benatar.
No.
Oingo Boingo.
No.
Meatloaf.
We don't know. Go ahead, give that one.
Bonnie Tyler.
Bonnie Tyler.
Okay, I'll give Brent a half on that one.
She recorded Hide Your Heart. I have to listen to that.
I would not ever guess that.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Some of these are way too easy. All right. See if you guys remember this. We did discuss this on one episode. Which artist painted the cover of the Love Gun album?
Ah,
I remember a floating head.
yes, we discussed that. It was like, it looks like it's not finished.
Not Ken Kelly.
Yep.
It is Ken.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
I always thought he did. That's right. He did Destroyer and Love Gun.
Uh-huh.
But who did Rock and Roll Over?
Paul, was it Paul Wallach? Is that his name?
See, I get those two confused for some reason.
He was actually the art designer from Alive all the way up until
Okay, yeah, that's that guy that was with him forever. Yeah.
yeah.
Forever.
Okay, here's a good one. Where was Unmasked recorded?
In a studio.
New York City.
Okay, do you know the studio though? That's
Electric
helpful.
Ladyland.
No,
Studio 54.
no.
Oh, here we go with all the naming. Here we go.
I don't know any more studios.
Yeah, I know New York. That's
The record plant.
Oh, yeah.
was it in? It was in New York though, right?
Yeah. So you get
Okay,
half.
I'll take a half. I
Did you
get a
say-
half for that one. At least I'm
Yeah.
on the board now.
Robert
Yay.
Plant.
Okay.
Where did it at? Robert Plant's.
Which member of Kiss played in a band called the Muff Divers?
Ace.
Yep.
Thank you.
Never heard of that before.
I've heard that somewhere.
I've heard of vaginal croutons.
That sounds painful.
I imagine it would be. It hurts me just to think about it.
It's just bad.
You'll never look at croutons the same way again. Pick that one. That question right there, right below that other one.
No. That's Bill
Oh,
Coin. We
no,
can do that.
yeah, don't do that one.
What?
I'm looking over your shoulder.
Come on, I'm trying to find.
Not even looking. All right.
Whose face is on the front of Paul Stanley's T-shirt in the Hide Your Heart video?
Yours.
Yes.
That would be Jeans.
No.
Vinnie Vincent.
No.
Paul Stanley.
No.
Cher.
What was the
No.
question?
Who, Whose face was on Paul Stanley's shirt in the Hide Your Heart video?
It was Paul's face, wasn't it?
No.
No? Oh, it was Elvis.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Gosh, I wasn't even thinking straight on that one. Or anything, for that matter.
That's a good question. I wouldn't even thought about that. It's been a while since I watched the video.
I don't know how I even remembered that. That's like stuff that how would I even know that?
I don't know. How did you know that?
I don't know. I've watched Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, and I knew a lot of those questions, and I didn't even know that I knew them. I just happened, your gut instinct type thing.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
And Gene was on that show, by the way.
Was he really?
Uh-huh. I don't know. He didn't get all the way through it. I think the question that he lost was something about an elephant's skin, something about it being thick or thin. I think that's the question he missed.
Interesting.
Where are we at on the score?
Brenton has 4.5, and I have 1.5.
Oh. All right. This could be it. Which member
California.
Which member of Kiss was a roadie at a Jimi Hendrix concert in New York in 1970?
Ace.
Chad said it first.
Chad said it first.
Okay. Whew. Got little points on there.
What busty English pop star did Paul Stanley date during the late 1980s?
Samantha
Kylie
Fox.
Minogue.
Brandon got it.
What'd you say?
Samantha Fox.
Did he really date her?
Yeah.
Wow. All right. Brenton won this one. This one goes to Brenton.
And it's still me versus Brandon.
What do I win? What do I win?
Officially.
What do I win? What do I win?
You can have a sip of my coffee. Oh, sorry. Sip of my coffee here.
You saved me a drink. That's so nice.
Yeah.
He knows
There's
where,
one drink left, so it's all you, so I don't get sick. So
he knows where them lips have been.
I thought
all right. So I think that does it for this episode. It's getting weird. Getting real weird.
I did that.
You got real weird.
All right,
Keep
everybody.
podcasts weird.
Yes, keep the podcast weird. Well, that's going to be it for this week's episode, everybody. We're going to let Branton get out and go get in a medically induced coma. And not 100% confirmed, but we are hoping to get a guest on for the next episode. So stay tuned for that. We'll keep you posted on the page. As always, subscribe, share, spread the word. Thank you for the support. New stickers coming pretty soon.
We still have old stickers. We made once old sticker, the original stickers. That's cool. Make sure you post on the Facebook page. Last week we did the set list. If you want to post your set list, feel free to. I don't think anybody's actually posted them besides us. So post set list. That'd be cool to see yours.
Yeah, I think we got one posted, but I want to see more.
Yeah,
And,
definitely for sure.
Tell us some of your memories about Kiss Meets the Phantom. If you were able to watch it when it aired, or just what are some of your memories about the movie, or some of your favorite parts. We want to hear from you. So,
We want interaction here. Interaction.
All right, everyone. Until then, we will see you guys next episode.
See ya.
Later.
Did Brandon, did you take medicine before you did this podcast?
No. Can you believe that I've been like this since I sat down?
Cheers here.
I'll use my Whopper. Cheers.
You have a Whopper right there?
Yeah.
Is it cold?
Oh, yeah.
Cheers. Mm. Woo! Woo!
Oh, that's
I'll
bad.
see you tonight. So is that like a cold hamburger you're sitting up?
Yeah,
You should have eaten it.
I'm not hungry.
Oh, dang! I'm always hungry. So